So, hello everyone and welcome here on Twitch or later on in YouTube back to Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And we shall be continuing from where we were left off into the Ashlands where I didn't die yet. That period of time where I died is history. It never happened. While there's no one yet around, I think I'll be heading just back into Palmora, I guess, and we will look where we exactly want to be going from there. I should anyway sell and so on, so that I wouldn't be carrying quite as much, but hey, at least we explored that one little place around here after all. So, something nonetheless. But yeah, otherwise I do think that I should be trying to go and return back to Palmora, so it would be that way. Yes. Oh yes, I need to be, of course, able to run. Bird. Cliffhanger. Unless there's a moon. Put a moon. It's too slow. I won't be waiting for you for now. Maybe you come from there now, quicker. Yes, thank you very kindly that you did actually hurry a little bit more, so... Yay, long blade skill increase. I shall leave you there. Bird. Birdie bird. Hello and good evening, Tajunta. Hyvää iltaa. Hopefully you have had a good week thus far. I'm just God damn it, stupid bird. You need to die again, Cliff Razor. Well. Hack and slash. Slash and hack. There you go. Taken care of. For now, at least. Is it... It's always... Sometimes it's like you don't see what is, so to speak, attacking you at all. I guess it has to be a cliffhanger somewhere. It has been quite nice to stream for a while. Oh, you also streamed. I didn't know this. Should then try to follow so you can see when you do stream. What did you stream? Well, I don't know where the enemy is supposed to be, but it's somewhere, I guess. Palmora would be that way though, so... I guess I'll be heading... Oh, drawing. You streamed the drawing. There you came. Took a while for you to be coming. Cliffhanger. Just die. Leave me alone. Cliff Razor. Hanger. Whatever you wish to be called. And when we get there, I'll just go and read the certain books through at least the biography of the real Valencia. Sometimes a little bit don't remember immediately what exactly was the name, but approximately, usually. You'll be streaming again tomorrow. Okay, I may come and have a look if I have time. We'll see though. I do need to at least try to get some editing done tomorrow for sure. Just come on, cast spell. I would very much like it. Medium armor did increase though, so that's nice at least. Just die. Die. Thank you. Okay. Let's just do the other save quickly in the meantime, so... Okay. Line 8. I should have the... Nah, I guess I have to actually put a new one. Now it's just already a Feline 8, even though it's not that one. Okay, well, fine. Feline 9 then. That's fine. I just had to make sure that I wasn't accidentally doing a quick save into a square that it would have been really bad, or like I actually would have accidentally quick Oh god, I may be in trouble here, to be honest, considering there's again 2 of these freaking things right here. Well, we'll see, I guess. Hopefully I don't get diseased while fighting these stupid freaking birds. So many of them. Too many of them. Hack and slash. Someday you're gonna die. Someday. Some beautiful day. Phew. Okay. I think we would need to try to heal too, if in any way possible, but we don't have any more magic left, and there's an enemy again. So that's all good and great. Lovely. Okay. Maybe I can rest a little bit. At least I'm healed. It's doing some poisons on us, clearly, and some other magics, but this is elite though. We didn't suffer any strength minuses or anything of the like though, so that should be good enough or decent. I guess we'll just try to make our way into the Palmora. As said, a little bit wrong direction. I should be on that bridge. Freaking A. I didn't notice that I should be on that bridge. Can't even... I don't know if I can even climb up anymore. It's very difficult for sure. I was able to. So, that bridge is the place that I use to get into here, I'm sure. But, getting into that bridge is going to be more difficult now when I drop down. God damn it. I just want to be able to get back to that bridge. Discord people keep inviting you to PUBG. Okay, well, hopefully you have good luck in the PUBG. Good luck, have fun there. See you later, hopefully then. Well, acrobatics does increase. Don't see anything in this damn darkness. Okay, I think I have to try to rest again so that I could actually see something when it's a morning or some sauce. Yeah, let's just wait at least a couple of hours more. Hello, Chim Chim. Welcome to the stream as well. Well, I'm trying to make my way back to Palmora, and it's not exactly going great, but slowly. I've already battled like 6 cliff racers hangers, so there's that, I guess. Okay. So, hopefully I will be able to make it into that bridge that I saw. And be able to actually get to where I'm going. Okay, another thing that we have to battle. Yay. At least that went quickly. So how are you, Chim Chim? Hopefully you have also had a good week thus far. How am I supposed to exactly go about in this? I'm not sure. Yeah, if for extinction, it would be for cliff racers for sure. That is some interesting looking place, but I'm not sure if it's the place, the tumor place that we had been in. I'm confused where I should be going to try to actually get where I want to go, as in back to Palmora to sell and everything. I just want to go there at least now. It's been a middle into okay week. Okay, well, it's okay enough then, I guess. Okay, got here. Got into this area with all the tumor ruins and a rat. This time I at least saw you, rat. Magic carpet. Yeah, levitation would be awesome, and magic carpet, well, not having levitation would work. Yes, for sure. Okay. Trauma root. Interesting. I didn't know that was trauma root. Did not know that would be trauma route. Well, we're somewhere high on some sort of a tumor ruins. Was that a cliff raiser? Yes, it's kind of a stuck in there cliff raiser. Sort of. I guess I should try to rest for just a little bit so that my stamina would be properly full and all. Well, another one of these guys to deal with. I want to be getting into safety back to Palmora after all, so that we could then easily there go and rest and sell and just everything basically, and read. That is, I don't want to read here in the middle of nowhere. And this is nice location as such though, all of these towers with the around here. Yeah, this is the Hall of Certificate. There would have been the bridge that I was looking for. So yeah, I am in the correct place as such. This is just we were in this place, in this tumor ruin underneath it, but now I'm here on top. But on the other hand, it's nice to go and have a look into all of these things too. All of the pipes coming on from the underground into here and everything. Wonder if there is anything in there. I almost would like to go and just go on top of that, but yeah, and let's get into high level to one-shot cliff risers as a goal would be nice, yes. Yes, it's just ruins, basically, that thing. And yes, top of the world, top of this place. More trauma route just for reasons. I wanna try to... I can't really exactly make it. Oh, I could. Yay. That won't end well if I go into there, probably. Because then I'm just gonna be stuck there, won't I? No? Investigate it anyways. For just a bit. That is. This one little quar and everything. Oh. It was nice to be able to jump into this. Going in there would end poorly, I feel. Yes, I feel so too. Or it might. Not necessarily, but it's more likely it would. More likely it would, yes. I just need to find a way to again climb back onto here so that I could maybe try to actually make my way back to Palmora one way or another soon. Maybe. But yeah, I like these structures here for sure. It's nice to see them a little bit closer too, after all. That is the way to the spot where the bridge is then going as well and everything. Ugh, stupid cliff raiser. Stupid. Not too bad of a drop. Specifically when you can just basically be going down like that. Okay, no need to go there, of course, so let's just go back to Palmora. Yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. It could have been some sort of a telescope. It was interesting looking. It could be thought that it was their telescope of a sort. Maybe. I don't know. Did the tumor have telescopes? That's a very good question. I have no idea. No idea at all about that. Well, at least we made it out from that storm, so that's nice. Can actually see something a little bit better. No, not exactly, no. I wouldn't say so. They don't look that typical dwarves, for sure. Not quite, at least. From my point of view. Nick sound just roaming about over there and everything. Oh, I didn't see you at all, rat. I'm not looking enough down quite clearly when I don't see you anywhere. You have contracted black heart like freaking rat. You are over encumbered because of this freaking stupid rat. I hate you, rat. I got so far and now you destroyed me with that stupid blight. I was thinking that you are also already attacking me, which isn't very good. Okay. I would need to heal. If in any way possible. I'm just trying to get some fatigue, so maybe I could actually succeed with this. Then would need to equip the weapon again. Black Heart Blight, give it a week, bit of rest, you'll be fine. Yep, totally. The problem is I'm again over encumbered, though at least this time around it's a good thing that I'm very close to actually Palmora. Last time around there was the problem that I'm so far away from Palmora that it was really a little bit of a problem, I might say. Freaking A. 27, 26. Black Heart Blight, Strength and Endurance Drain, both of them. So I can carry 135. Ooh. Freaking A. That's the most annoying stuff ever when it has to do that. Well, what do we drop? Just the most heaviest stuff, I think. I can come and try to pick them up afterwards, even though it's kind of annoying to have to be dropping them down into here on the ground. But yeah, it's a bit of a problem when I really cannot carry this stuff. Maybe those just dropped into there. What else? Tumor tube. Sure, these do fade a little bit more, so I guess just drop some more of these and I don't know. Could I try to maybe cast a spell? Or as we're saying down under land, take 1 teaspoon of concrete and hardened fuck up. Okay. Not the books, no. Yeah, precious literary novels, but it's we cannot do much when we are completely suffering from this. I'm thinking that maybe I could try to do this, but this is only 10 seconds again, so it's going to be difficult. I'll try to make even anywhere with this either, to be honest. Not even enough magicka. And I'm already loitering here, so I can't even rest properly. Ay ay. Too close to Palmora, but still too far away. And all the way here, the freaking rat gave me the freaking blight. Ay, such an annoyance. Such an annoyance. Okay, what else? What else do we drop? I guess just anything and everything. And then I just gotta come and pick this up when I just get first healed from the stupid blight. I guess that's all that there is to it. Ay ay. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to be doing all of this, but... And Perkele as well. Yes, hello Tome. Welcome to stream as well. Survival in the Wilderness Kid Edition, yes, totally. I still can't move. Stupid. That's actually pretty heavy. I could pick up some other book back up, so to speak. Okay, so I can move. I would need to be sure, though preferably that I know where this place is, so let's just make a mark here just for now, just to be 100% certain that I will be able to come and pick this up, even though in all honesty I think that they are ruined after all this rain coming down. You think the Perkele is your first Finnish word, then thanks. It is kind of the most important one. Depends on your priorities, I guess. Palmora. I need to go to Palmora. I'm kind of a little bit confused, but I think it's there, yes. Just over the hills here. Yep. Not far. Not far at all. So, that's all good. Still another Nick sound though. Just die. I have no patience for you. I got to get rid of my plight. No, Nick sound. And you're kind of just a little bit like an extra plight, mayhap. Important because it's the only one you know. Mayhap. And it's a good one to know at least, for sure.
Why do you disturb?
I do not disturb you. You're standing on the rain in Palmora when you could be going and doing something else. Maybe drink in a bar or something, talk to your friends or do something interesting. But no, you choose to just like stand there and do nothing at all. Just immediately question anyone who comes near that, hey, why are you disturbing me? Morrowind people got nothing better to do. What Finnish words would you recommend after Perkele? Depends what you would like. Depends what you would like. Guess I won't take the temple's money though. Depends totally what you would like. From my point of view anyways. But hey, I'm not the most conventional Finnish after all, in a sense. See, Tomme knows more words in Finnish after all. Another curse word. Morrowinds. I'm not sure what I need to be able to actually heal from this. I cure blight disease on self. Was it blight disease? It was close to blight disease, at least for sure. Oh, did it bug out? I think it crashed. It's not doing anything right now. Well, that's freaking great. Well, at least I did save it just a little bit while ago, so I guess it's fine that I have to just do this and just force quit it. First time for a while for sure that it's done this, and yes, bugs. Good curse for that, good curse, if I would wanna. Well, at least I've been saying to Perkele anyway, so even if I haven't specifically tried to curse, but just quit it, please. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. Lopeta tehtävä. Thank you. Just do it. Good. No, stream isn't over, but, well, for a moment. Okay, alright, let's see. Morrowind. Just start up again. At least I was already defeated the freaking blight rat and everything, so that's at least okay. Alright. Just need to load up back into there. Blake bear. Just a bear, then more of a snow bear and a Blake. 1, 2. Doesn't really matter much which one I do take, but I guess autosave is slightly closer. Very, very slightly. I so wanted to just get rid of my freaking blight. Downstairs, definitely. Gladly it hasn't been crashing a lot, just wonder what was the reason now exactly for the crash. I didn't do anything special or different, so I do kind of wonder about that. Maybe because I didn't then go and buy. I'm still over encumbered because I didn't drop everything that I could be dropping. Stupid books. Everything, just drop. Whatever you have to drop, just drop it. I'm coming back to it anyway, so that seems to be very close, I'd say. These few books seem to be extremely close to my face. I don't know how I managed to do that now, but that happened. Well, Tome does live close to Finland, so Maybe you click out of the game. Did you say it crashed again doing that? Yeah, maybe, but it shouldn't have done that. In school, of course. Well, you'd never learned any Finnish curse words in school, but is it any wonder when you are from Australia? You probably learned some other curse words, or could have learned some other curse words, maybe from China. Maybe. Vietnamese, maybe, yes. Cantonese. Yeah, see? You just had different things that you were learning. Different curse words. Mark. You failed. Of course I gotta fail. I'm still in the city area, so to speak. I can't even cast this again. So annoying. Fine. I'm sure we'll find the Tower of Books, right? We'll find the Tower of Books and other stuff because it's all here like this. There are nice, like, different covers in this now, though, with the overhaul too. I don't even know how I managed to do this. I would think that this would fall over, like, in no time, this sort of a pile. But it certainly doesn't. It seems to be very balanced, very well balanced. My gifts of putting books on top of each other, apparently. What a monument to literary pursuits, definitely. That it is. Yeah, screenshot. Could take one, yes. You're pretty much in Palmora. What are you doing in Palmora? Exactly in Palmora. Learned that from a boss at the Chinese restaurant I worked in. Okay, Tiu Lama. I don't know if that is correctly said, Tiu Lama, but anyways. Learned the word for cabbage. So it means cabbage. Tiu Lama. I guess, at least. Okay. Well, good that I've been cursing then a lot here. But hey, not too big of an issue. Most don't understand it, at least. What I'm saying. When not cursing in Finnish. Or, I mean, not cursing in English. Rather. Don't say it at the restaurant. Yeah, I gotcha. You will not receive cabbage.
What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
I don't disturb you yet. I want to make sure that this is Blackheart Blight. I don't know if you had anything for Blackheart Blight. Blight disease, common disease. Fortify chameleon soul trap, water breathing. I don't know if this will work. I might as well buy at least one of them though. So can try it out. I'll give you 81? Yeah. 82? Yes, thank you. I think this guy is bugged. Ay, because immediately again when I'm trying to quit from talking to him, this happens. Very strange though, considering this hasn't been the case ever before, but I think that guy is someone who I should not be trying to talk to. Just a feeling. Yeah, stupid Morrowind bugs. Makes your 10 plus year old game Bethesda, yes. Well, there is a lot of people, at least in indeed PUBG, as I understand, now playing it because of the full thing, but I don't know how many were in the Foxhole then. But yeah, it's Foxhole is all interesting concept, how it is done too, for sure. Okay, Morrowind. Just let's do this again. I'm sure you wanna be annoying to me again if you really, really must. I guess you gotta, but I would prefer you not to be. Just saying. Think even Humble Panda has a sale for it currently. So yeah, it is interesting for sure. I definitely need to at least now save when I got into town. I would say I need to save there and yeah. I will try not to talk to that individual. I don't remember if just one of those shrines would maybe heal me or some sus. Maybe. Guess we'll see. I was just hoping to get back into here and be able to start with reading some books and everything, and then the freaking stupid rat comes about and just chooses to come and make me be all inflicted by blight. Annoying rats. Or MMO like in the coming patches. 70 versus 70. Oh yeah. I would need my weapon against you, wouldn't I? Tower of Knowledge, yes. It's good that you got the clipped. It clipped. Okay, just die. Let's just get into the town again. Once again. How many times do I have to do this? I do wonder. Maybe it's just all talking. That would be very strange if that would be the case, but let's talk into that one individual completely has been screwing us over, so I don't think I want to do that anymore, at least like going into bartering. Maybe it was the bartering with him didn't work. Well, I guess we'd have to try if it works with others or not. Okay, let's just get the save up quickly and go and have a look. Yeah, he has lost our business now, yes, very much so. I'm not sure if the shrine is enough. One of the shrines could cure me, maybe. Not sure. I would like to be cured from blight. If in any way possible. Yay! I'm cured! I'm not blighted anymore. The only problem with that is that I don't have that on the way. Let's give me Realm's Grace, for example, why not? That's the only problem. I would love to have something to cure me on the way, because if that happens again, it's going to be really a pain if we have to come all the way to temple for that. So I guess I'll have a look if you could have something, and if this is again going to kill me, more or less. Well, not killing me, but you mean you got me, I'm sure, as in it will go and make me get out of the game again, as in I have to restart the game, then yeah, then they are not worth our time to talk to. Cure blight disease. I would love to get a blight disease potion if in any way possible. Thank you very much. Please. Whew. He didn't crush. Yeah. I am very happy. No crashing. And we are okay again. Finally, we are okay. Let's just go get our tower of books so that they don't completely get wet in this rain. And yeah. I'm not really very far. I've been wasting time and everything. I am level 6 at least, but yeah, it's not really very far, is it? So yeah, just done some wedge quests and trying to find some information for the one dude that we are doing the things for and all of that. How long have you played Morrowind? I assume you have at least played Morrowind. Or have you? But if you have, then how long ago did you play Morrowind? Have you finished the game? Had Chim Chim finished the game? I don't remember now. I don't think that you had finished the game either, Chim Chim. Or had you? Yay, our boots are safe. Here. then just need to be able to pick them all up. All of them. Then all the other random stuff that I dropped. And more books. You have not played the game at all. Aw. I'm starting to think I haven't really played much more than this. Oh, that's strange. You really haven't played a lot then, Jim, I would say. Either I thought that you had played a little bit more than just this. This is really very little after all at this point. But then it's no wonder that you hadn't experienced levitation. Okay, so you have played it but never finished it. I was thinking that you probably have nonetheless played it, so... thank God Morrowind, Stone Valley, Nolan's, and just left this here. Yep. I got to that island with Vikings and bears. You mean the expansion island. I think. That is the place that I haven't properly ever explored. There's just Moonsugar on this rooftop. That's interesting. Who has left these Moonsugars here? It hasn't been us. Well, that's interesting. You haven't gotten past the middle section of just messing around. And yeah, Moonsugar from heaven. Pretty much, it seems. Okay, let's just go and read a couple of books, sell some books, and everything should be fine then, right? And by the way, the story of the real Parencia that we read last time, as I understood it, was the story of the first game, or the champion that was taught in the very end was the champion that would have been played in first game, I think. Think so, anyways. Yeah, didn't pick up that Moonsugar for just one reason, and that is that it's illegal in most shops and it would be annoying to carry around for now. Oh, well, enjoy the chocolate pudding. Guinness Book Trade is similar to 2000, pretty much. Hey, she even got a book here. Vivek and Vephala. There's so many books about Vivek as well. Okay, so biography of Parencia I don't think is as good as the actual The Real Parencia, Volume 5, all that, but it's just I don't know, I think this is the real Parencia might be something that is actually influenced by Parencia herself. Maybe they wanted to, or she wanted to, even though it had controversial topics, that she wanted to actually tell about, like, she is a real figurine Parencia. She is like a queen mother of Morrowind, as I understand, sort of. So she is a real figure, and I'm not sure if she would be still alive during Morrowind time, but that's also a possibility. At least her children should be. I just don't know where they would then be. Don't talk about chocolate pudding. Well, is it a secret like Fight Club? What do you mean, Tome? What do you mean by this? But yeah, she might have wanted to just give some real, well, like, I think it's pretty much her real story, but she may not have wanted to tell some specific parts. Maybe some controversial topics, wanted to give them out so that wouldn't pay attention to the baby that she was waiting for, like the nightingales and her baby. You just make me crave it. But anyway, the biography, probably not nearly as interesting, but it's interesting to have a look what they have said about it. So, biography of Queen Parencia by Stern Gamboj, Imperial Scribe. But yeah, this is probably the Imperial Scribe, so they probably didn't wanna at least paint Tiber Septim in a bad light in this thing. So in that sense, the real Parencia is a good question. Was Tiber Septim actually that way in the real Parencia or not? Okay, Late in the Second Era, a girl child, Barensia, was born to the rulers of the Kingdom of Mournhold in what is now the Imperial Province of Morrowind. She was reared in all the luxury and security befitting a royal dark elven child until she reached 5 years of age. At that time, His Excellency Tiber Septim I, the first Emperor of Tamriel, demanded that the decadent rulers of Morrowind yield to him and institute imperial reforms. Trusting to their vaunted magic, the Dark Elves impudently refused until Tiber Septim's army was on the borders. An armistice was hastily signed by the now eager Damer, but not before there were several battles, one of which laid waste to Mournhold, now called Almalexia. Okay, Mournhold is nowadays called Almalexia. Interesting. It is a mobile library of Alexandria, totally. Little Princess Barensia and her nurse were found among the wreckage. The Imperial General Samicius, himself a Dark Elf, suggested to Tiber Septim that the child might someday be valuable, and she was therefore placed with a loyal supporter who had recently retired from the Imperial Army. I do like the timescale of the real Barensia too. Yeah, totally. It's very interesting. Sven Advensen had been granted the title of a count upon his retirement. His fiefdom, Darkmoor, was a small town in central Skyrim. Count Sven and his wife reared the princess as their own daughter, seeing to it that she was educated appropriately and, more importantly, that the imperial virtues of obedience, discretion, loyalty and piety were instilled in the child. In short, she was made fit to take her place as a member of the new ruling class of Morrowind. The girl Barensia grew in beauty, grace, and intelligence. She was sweet-tempered, a joy to her adoptive parents and their 5 young sons, who loved her as their elder sister. Other than her appearance, she differed from young girls of her class only in that she had a strong empathy for the woods and the fields, and was wont to escape her household duties to wander there at times. Totally. That's all that there was to it. True enough, considering most people, there was some older people, like at least 50 years old, probably. Yeah, it's like the Dark Elves can live 1000 years at least. Yes, in this one. But still. Of course, that was almost like. Barensia was happy and content until her 16th year, when a wicked orphan stable boy. See, the orphan stable boy, poor Straw, is pictured like a wicked orphan stable boy. I'm often out by 500 years in my estimate. Trust me, I'm an engineer, totally. Texas Sari can live 1000 years, if you say so, in the future. But yeah, in her 16th year, when a wicked orphan stable boy whom she had befriended out of pity told her he had overheard a conspiracy between her guardian, Count Sven, and a Red Guard visitor to sell her as a concubine in Rihad. That was the story that they came up that they would tell. As no Nord or Breton would marry her on account of her black skin, and no Dark Elf would have had her because of her foreign upbringing. Whatever shall I do? The poor girl said, weeping and trembling, for she had been brought up in innocence and trust, and it never occurred to her that her friends, the stable boy, would lie to her. The wicked boy, who was called Straw, said that she must run away if she valued her virtue, but that he would come with her as her protector. Sorrowfully, Barensia agreed to this plan, and that very night she disguised herself as a boy, and the pair escaped to the nearby city of Whiterun. After a few days there, they managed to get jobs as guards for a disreputable merchant caravan. The caravan was heading east by side routes in a mendacious attempt to elude the lawful tolls charged on the imperial highways. Thus the pair eluded pursuit until they reached the city of Riften, where they ceased their travels for a time. They felt safe in Riften, close as it was to the Morrowind border, so that dark elves were enough of a common sight. Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to be said, but it was an interesting commentary on the historical sanitations. Yeah, I'm not sure what it means. For sure. Well, biography part 2 then, nonetheless. So, biography of Queen Parencia Volume 2 by Stern Campos, Imperial Scribe. The first volume of this series told the story of Parencia's origin heiress to the throne of Mournhold until her father rebelled against his excellency Tiber Septim I and brought ruin to the province of Morrowind. Isn't that what Jedis have in their plot? It means untruthful, apparently. Okay. Interesting. Untruthful. Totally didn't know that. Feeling that was just bullshit, okay. Brought ruin to the province of Morrowind. Thanks largely to the benevolence of the Emperor, the child Parencia was not destroyed with her parents, but reared by the Count Swen of Darkmoor, a loyal Imperial trustee. She grew up into a beautiful and pious child, trustful of her guardian's care. This trust, however, was exploited by a wicked orphan stable boy at Count Swen's estate, who with lies and fabrications tricked her into fleeing Darkmoor with him when she turned 16. After many adventures on the road, they settled in Riften, a Skyrim city near the Morrowind border. Calling George Lucas a liar. The stable boy, Straw, was not altogether evil. He loved Parencia in his own selfish fashion, and deception was the only way he could think of that would cement possession of her. She, of course, felt only friendship toward him, but he was hopeful that she would gradually change her mind. He wanted to buy a small farm and settle down into a comfortable marriage, but at the time his earnings were barely enough to feed and shelter them. Still common usage, and you have never heard of it. A little bit strange. Yes. So, after only a short time in Riften, Straw fell in with a bold, villainous Kashid thief named Harris. Totally, it was Straw who did that. Who proposed that they rob the Imperial Commandant's house in the central part of the city. Terry said that he had a client, a traitor to the Empire, who would pay well for any information they could gather there. Parencia happened to overhear this plan and was appalled. She stole away from their rooms and walked the streets of Riften in desperation, torn between her loyalty to the Empire and her love for her friends. This definitely doesn't feel right at all. Aw, your head hurts. Medicarians, Medagolius, you're technically telling the truth, so... Just a joke. Better not think things like that if it makes your head hurt, though. In the end, loyalty to the Empire prevailed over personal friendships, and she approached the Commandant's house, revealed her true identity, and warned him of her friend's plan. The Commandant listened to her tale, praised her courage, and assured her that no harm would come to her. He was none other than General Symmachus, who had been scouring the countryside in search of her since her disappearance, and had just arrived in Riften hot in pursuit. He took her into his custody and informed her that, far from being sent away to be sold, she was to be reinstated as the Queen of Mournhold as soon as she turned 18. Now you realize? Duh. Okay. Until that time, she was to live with the Septins family in the newly built Imperial City, where she would learn something of government and be presented at the Imperial Court. At the Imperial City, Parencia befriended the Emperor Tiber Septim during the middle years of his reign. Tiber's children, particularly his eldest son and heir Pelagius, came to love her as a sister. Totally. The ballads of the day praised her beauty, chastity, wit, and learning. Totally. On her 18th birthday, the entire imperial city turned out to watch her farewell procession preliminary to her return to her native land. Sorrowful as they were at her departure, all knew that she was ready for her glorious destiny as sovereign of the kingdom of Mournhold. That seems so true. That is a true history, biography of Barensia, totally. For sure. Don't you agree, Jim Jim, especially when you listened all of the real Barensia previously? Aw. That's bad, Tome, then, that it's not going good for the colonists. I can't really help yet, though. I have Morrowind to play. Yeah, definitely interesting after the real history. It is, very much. So very much it is like a propaganda, so to speak. Well, this is the truth of the Imperials or Tiber Septim, or overall them, so to speak. But of course, when Barensia was a dark elf and lived a lot longer time, she was able to do this a lot later on then. Beyond help even at the moment. Sadness. In the second volume of this series, it was told how Barensia was kindly welcomed to the newly constructed imperial city by the Emperor Tiber Septim and his family, who treated her like a long-lost daughter during her almost 1 year stay. After several happy months there, learning her duties as vassal queen under the Empire, the Imperial General Symmachus escorted her to Mournhold, where she took up her duties as queen of her people under his wise guidance. Gradually, they came to love one another and were married and crowned in a splendid ceremony at which the Emperor himself officiated. After several hundred years of marriage, a son, Helset, was born to the royal couple amid celebrations and joyous prayer. Although it was not publicly known at the time, it was shortly before this blessed event that the Staff of Chaos had been stolen from its hiding place, deep in the Mournhold mines by a clever, enigmatic bard known only as the Nightingale. 8 years after Helset's birth, Barensia bore a daughter, Morkia, named after Symmachus' mother, and the royal couple's joy seemed complete. Alas, shortly after that, relations with the Empire mysteriously deteriorated, leading to much civil unrest in Mournhold. After fruitless investigations and attempts at reconciliations, in despair, Barensia took her young children and traveled to the imperial city herself to seek the ear of the then Emperor Uriel Septim VII. Symmachus remained in Mournhold to deal with the crumbling peasants and annoyed nobility and do what he could to stave off an impending insurrection. During her audience with the Emperor, Barensia taught her magical arts, came to realize to her horror and dismay that the so-called Emperor was an impostor, none other than the bard Nightingale who had stolen the Staff of Chaos. Exercising great self-control, she concealed this realization from him. That evening, news came that Symmachus had failed in battle with the revolting peasants of Mournhold, and that the kingdom had been taken over by the rebels. Barensia, at this point, did not know where to seek help, or from whom. The gods that fateful night were evidently looking out for her as if the redress of her loss. This is how you increase your playtime of game. Pretty much, yes. King Edward of High Rock. And to be honest, I could be increasing it, I wouldn't need to increase the playtime of this game, for sure. Considering the fact that this is already a real long game. But as such, these are interesting things to read, certain books. Not all the books are as interesting, but some specifically are, and especially when we already read the real Barensia, so we know a little bit more of her story. You feel like you missed half the game because you didn't read these books. Yeah. Well, hey, at least we can now discover them together. So King Edward of High Rock, an old friend of Uriel Septim and Symmachus, came by on a social call. He comforted her, pledged his friendship, and furthermore confirmed her suspicions that the Emperor was indeed a fraud, and none other than Jaeger Tarn, the Imperial Battle Mage, and one of the Nightingale's many alter egos. Tarn had supposedly retired into seclusion from public work and installed his assistant Ria Silmain in his stead. The hapless assistant was later put to death under mysterious circumstances. Supposedly a plot implicating her had been uncovered and she had been summarily executed. However, her ghost had appeared to Edward in a dream and revealed to him that the true emperor had been kidnapped by Tarn and imprisoned in an alternate dimension. Tarn had then used the Staff of Chaos to kill her, when she attempted to warn the Elder Council of his nefarious plot. Yes. Yeah, they do reuse them in the other games, yes. I came out of these readings and feel like the actual world is quite empty. A little bit. Sort of. Understandable. Yeah, Morrowind was my first two, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't read most of the books. I read a couple, but some were way too long series that I very much I wasn't interested in, so I didn't read the Barensia books either, but now we can appreciate them, so. And yeah, I didn't either when I was a lot younger appreciate them enough. I read the few, but most noobs. So let's see. So attempted to warn the Elder Council of his nefarious plot. Even for some reason, I full time I'm trying to say the plot as ploy, even though I don't need to, or I shouldn't. And yeah, we are older now, older and wiser. Yes, totally. You did read them in Skyrim. Kill a barbarian was a real bookworm. That's sort of strange. But hey, it's a good thing that the barbarian was able to read these that well. Was able to read all of the books. Morrowind connoisseurs, totally. Yeah, barbarian bookworm, what a roleplay. Did you get all sort of books to decorate your house or some sorts? Together, Edward and Parencia plotted to gain the false emperor's confidence. Meanwhile, another friend of Ria's, known only as the Champion, who apparently possessed great, albeit then untapped potential, was I can't read today well enough. Incarcerated at the Imperial dungeons. However, she had adjusted to his dreams and she told him to bide his time until she could devise a plan that would effect his escape. Then he could begin on his mission to unmask the imposter. Everyone does need a me time between the murderings. Yes, quite true, I'm sure. Your barbarian should know the best. I was thinking that, I was actually thinking also that, as I kind of also understood, that in some books there is, like in the real Parencia, one part in Morrowind is actually censored because it's very, well, I read it from Daggerfall book of this real Parencia and could say that it was worth to be censored, so to speak, considering the censor here in Morrowind is anyways the temple, so it's understandable, but it was interesting to go and have a look what exactly was censored, so. Just because I slaughtered hundreds doesn't mean I can't enjoy a good book. Exactly. Totally. Yeah. Until he could devise a plan that would affect his escape, then he could begin on his mission to unmask the imposter. Parencia continued to charm and eventually befriended the Ersatz Emperor. By contriving to read his secret diary, she learned that he had broken the Staff of Chaos into 8 pieces and hidden them in far-flung locations, scattered across Tamriel. She managed to obtain a copy of the key to Ria's friend's cell and bribed the guard to leave it there as if by accident. The Champion, whose name was unknown even to Parencia and Edward, made his escape through a shift gate Ria had opened in an obscure corner of the Imperial dungeons using her already failing powers. The champion was free at last, and almost immediately went to work. It took Parentia several more months to learn the hiding places of all 8 staff pieces through snatches of overheard conversations and rare glances at Tarn's diary. Once she had the vital information, however, which she communicated to Ria forthwith, who in turn passed it on to the champion, she and Edward lost no time. They fled to Vayrest, his ancestral kingdom in the province of Hyrock, where they managed to fend off the sporadic efforts of Tarn's henchmen to haul them back to the Imperial City, or at the very least obtain revenge. Tarn, whatever else might be said of him, was no one's fool, save perhaps Parencia's, and he concentrated most of his efforts towards tracking down and destroying the champion. I think we already read the Last the Arconian Maid, actually. And yeah, Censorin and the Metalore. You never get around to it. I think I read it already. I'm not sure if I did, actually. Best book would recommend. My internal reading voice doesn't sound half as good as Gide's. Well, I'm glad to hear that you enjoy the readings. Really? No. Okay, maybe my internal voice has slightly more correct pronunciation, but still. Yeah, that's true. You got the correct pronunciations for sure. Plus, of course, as sus, you don't usually struggle with some certain words at least. Not sure you have a voice. That's sad. Struggle with certain words, like when you have read too long, you don't really need to worry about it if you just have the internal voice going on. You don't need to worry that, hey, I'm starting to get words wrong or some such because I've read too long, or just not in the correct mood set of getting them correct. Not that you can hear. Okay. Okay. He concentrated most of his efforts toward tracking down and destroying the champion. As all now know, the courageous, indefatigable, and forever nameless champion was successful in reuniting the 8 sundered pieces of the Staff of Chaos. With it, he destroyed Tarn and rescued the true Emperor, Uriel Septim VII. Following what has come to be known as the Restoration, a Grand State memorial service was held for Symmachus and the Imperial City, befitting the man who had served the Septim dynasty for so long and so well. Parencia and good King Edward had come to care deeply for one another during their trials and adventures, and were married in the same year shortly after their flight from the Imperial City. Her 2 children from her previous marriage with Symmachus remained with her, and a regent was appointed to rule Mournhold in her absence. Up to the present time, Queen Parencia has been in Vayrest with Prince Helset and Princess Morgia. She plans to return to Mournhold after Edward's death. Since he was already elderly when they wed, she knows that that event, alas, could not be far off as the elves reckon time. Until then, she shares in the government of the kingdom of Vayrest with her husband, and seems glad and content with her finally quiet and happily unremarkable life. Very good point. There's a lot of English words I've read when I know the exact meaning, correct context, but when I say them out loud I mispronounce. Yup. Stupid English. Like, I can say certain words at least immediately correctly in my mind, but then I just can't pronounce them properly. For some reason, I just can't. And yeah, bloody English for very certainty. Stupid bloody English. Literal box. You have been so Americanized. Have started to replace Swedish words with English. Yeah, it is partially. Some words come easier for me, or some things I have easier time saying in Finnish. Some things I have easier time saying in English, for sure. Like, certain things you only talk in games, so then it basically means that you only talk those things in English, which means that you definitely have easier time communicating those always in English. But then on the other hand, some other stuff, of course, is differently. Know the words only in English but not your own language. That's pretty bad, though. It brings us together. Yeah, you also forget words. How to say things exactly. But of course, sometimes I do have the issue that, okay, I don't remember the exact word of something or some stuff and in Finnish, even though I know it, but usually I do at least know each of the words in Finnish nonetheless. Generally speaking, there may be very rare cases when I don't. Can't really think what that would exactly be. But, well, of course, it's difficult sometimes when you try to be thinking about something, it doesn't come into your mind and all that. Did I read The Children of the Sky? Some people would have to keep up what have I exactly read and which I haven't, so that I could completely just go, okay, I can sell all of these, we don't need to read this again, and so on. At least this story we will not forget that we have read, but I want the real Parencia all onto our own shelf one day when we get a house. But Parencias we can definitely sell. And then I can sell the stupid, I'm my own crowd by so stupid book that it can be sold immediately. I'm pretty sure I read that. You need a Morrowind Kindle, totally. Or secretary, keep track of your read books, totally. So it would be... might be a mod somewhere. I'm pretty sure I read that, but I'll just sort this first, I guess. At least, because those at least definitely I read, and that already will give us a little bit extra carrying capacity anyways. I don't wanna leave that. So what do we read otherwise? We could read something more than just that. Yeah, just a label read would be enough, right? Most of the time at least. Sometimes you pick something up like as a take. So would that already include it as being read though? So probably would be better if you could have some spot where you could be in the start of the book, be saying that okay, read as a just an X, this has been read or something. Mayhap. The Brothers of Darkness. Did I read about the Moraktong? I wonder. As such, it would be definitely interesting one. I feel that, I mean, no offense, that you're kind of avoiding the game by reading the books. Well, not exactly. Of course, it's a little bit of a problem because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. But I was thinking that could read something more like a short book, but nothing long. Because that wasn't that long of a book series, just a biography. Besides, there's kind of the problem that I would want to be getting rid of more books from my inventory, but I feel that I shouldn't if I haven't read them. So that's kind of something that I keep in mind, that I don't know if I want to be selling this, like, when I haven't read it. Time to kill. Maybe one book per stream. Well, the biography I think was still a good thing to read. Nonetheless. And then, like, some books that are only this short, I just think that I should just read this, specifically when it's 200 value. I could just sell it afterwards and be done with it, and then I would know that it is read. The only problem is the books that I think that I have read some of this, but then I'm not quite 100% sure. But yeah, the biggest problem is that I wouldn't want to be selling them if I haven't read them. So... You've already forgotten where we are in the main storyline. But I wasn't meaning to start reading another real Parencia, you know. I wasn't meaning to start reading another real long book. Really. A passage from the text, The Vagaries of Magica. But take care lest power enfeeble the fundaments and curtain the flow through the congeries, except when functions be warranted, and safeguard that the congeries shall not be abused by prideful wizards, confident in their skills and blinded by their ambitions. In this, hold the ordering of the congeries among the oldest and most trusted of mages, and make secure his ordering through arcane codes and keys to confound even the most clever students. The restaurants must be most carefully guarded, for how often have even the wise lusted to overreach their bodies and souls with high vitality and mana. And also must the magica fountains be tamped and panged, sanctioning their engendering only to the reconsecration of essential arcane energies or engines and templates, and then only by common assent of the council. Some books are not nearly as interesting, but it's a valuable book for some reason. Who? You mean the real Parencia? Parencia? As you can meet Parencia in there? I don't know, because I haven't read or played enough that game anyway, so I wouldn't have any idea if you can meet Parencia or not. You would need to tell. There's the biographies of the Parencia. But yeah, biography of the Parencia I wanted to read and then just see if I would be able to sell something. You know what I think would be a good game where the characters assume you know everything and don't have tons of dialogue. And you have to read books to feel like you're keeping up. Maybe. But what we needed to do was to find the book Brokers of Truth. So in a sense, we are again finding or trying to find for our main story a book. And there would have been one in the Hall of Wisdom, but I don't know if I would want to be going and trying to steal it, so... yeah. I haven't played, of course, Witcher 2, but I think that was indeed the case. But basically I would need to go and try to visit different type of books, shops, and try to find that book and all that. And welcome back, Tajunta. I just read the biography of Parencia pretty much and got at least back into the city. So I don't have to be plighted forevermore in that freaking area. I guess I could do a quick save. Okay.
We make a special trip just for you. Same
Let's
low
see.
plan.
I haven't really been to Sran yet. Altrun did have that one good bookshop. Maybe I should visit there and see if they have it, even though I would hate to go there back, but we know that there's the bookshop, so I guess I'll visit there quickly in the bookshop and that's it. Nothing else, I just want to know if you have a book. A specific book. That's all I want to know.
Where would you like to go?
Away from here, in all honesty, but... yeah, Altrun. Drawing most of the day, even stream for a while. Yeah, yeah, this is the worst town, definitely. Definitely the worst city ever. In the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a mountains. Would have needed the notification. Yeah, I guess. Though at least they're dark elves. It's not that bad, right? But there's dark elves. General merchant. Was it here or... I think it was on the other side, the book merchant place. Yes, that's book picture. Do you happen to have Progress of Truth to tell? Would you happen to have such a
This
book?
better be important.
Why are you so close to me, Redoran Guard? Go away. Hello, Godus Calonius. I would like to know if you have Progress of Truth. Brief histories. Confessions as a skooma eater. Mystery of Talara. I wonder what kind of series that is. Frontiers, conquests, and all that. Different scrolls, floras, fake book, battle, vampires, red book of riddles, 5 stars, firmament. Words of the clan, Mater Anishi. Yeah, you don't have it.
I only have a few moments.
And yeah, I may also drop by, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm at least trying to edit some stuff tomorrow and all that, so we'll see if I'll be coming and paying a visit as well, though. So we'll see. It looks pretty though, with the sunset. That I do love, especially with the draw distance as high as it is. This is pretty nice looking. Anyways, take a screenshot. Screenshot taken. It's pretty. You apparently need to follow your friends. Yes, you haven't then gone and started to follow yet. Oh, can't jump there. Too high.
Where would you like to go?
Away from here, to be honest. But at least it was pretty enough. What have you thought of playing then, on the other hand, when you are streaming the drawing? At least. I've never been to Cool yet, I don't think. Let's go to Cool. I don't know how far that is. At least it sounds like a cool place. Hey, hey, hey.
Why walk?
Totally.
Ride.
Where are we on the map? I have no idea where. I was thinking that it should be pretty north, and so it is. I think this is even probably a pretty small place, so I doubt there's even any bookshops really. But I guess we'll see. I think I should be exploring when it's the daytime though. It's very much not the daytime or even the morning. Something with a big world. You see that mountain? You can climb it. Yes, totally. Why couldn't you? Why couldn't you? Hello, Scrap Lord, and welcome to the stream as well. Hope you have had a good day. Cool. Yes, I know this is cool, but... Yeah, I was thinking that there's almost nothing here, but I was thinking that there was probably the shipyard here, or... Well... This place, where you can go with the ship to some other place. Probably to Seidanin, and then there's some other places where you could be traveling.
Speak, traveler.
Let's see, where to take us? Oh, you could take us to Frostmoth. But isn't that the expansion island? I don't think I'm strong enough to go there. I don't think that's the smartest play. A little bit less storage and just immersion and deep lore. So, any suggestions on that for Tayunta then? Or for yourself to play, or what are you planning? Chim Chim. I assumed at least that you were thinking of what Tayunta could play. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Chim Chim was talking about games. Want maybe. Okay. What we're talking about? I'm not sure actually. Okay, haven't played the Gothic games. I haven't at least. Margon. You went all tangential and shit. Yes, sort of. You just started to be thinking about some story-driven game and so on, and I was like wondering, we just talk about Tayunta just streaming and maybe streaming a game, and I was like thinking that, what would you refer into that? And then, yeah. I just was
Where
confused.
Would you like to go?
Wow, this wasn't in any interesting place either, is it? Not really. I'm just traveling all over the place. I probably should return to Vivek, in all honesty. Maybe there in that bookstore it would be, or maybe I do have to try to see if I can go and steal that book. Not gonna let you join unless there's deep lore behind it. Hot. Is there any bookstores you guys have here? That's probably Temple. At least that's what I would assume. There's definitely people here, but I'm really interested to just try to go and find the Progress of Truth, but I'm not exactly sure where to kind of go and try to find the Progress of Truth, specifically when it's supposed to be the unlawful book, so it's something that people don't wanna... Oh, you're just reading. More people reading. I don't think you have really anything that I want, but yeah. Tavern playlist.
Say your business.
Manifestations of your weirdness. Well, that's not too bad. I hope that's enough of a lore. Would totally would stay to manifest in his weirdness. Yeah, that's just a hunt. Nothing of interest over here. Well, it's kind of also when I have no idea where to exactly try to go, and when I wouldn't want to steal the book, then it's like trying to search for a needle in a haystack when trying to go and have a look. Where could I find this book? I have no idea. Where could this be? Well, these are at least interesting looking buildings though. Don't see that there's any really reason to start heading Card Tower. That's not interest to me. There's the Markan Shrine. No, really too big of a surprise, but don't see any bookshops here. Which I guess is fine. Unless my acrobatics did increase a little bit. So there's that. I have a feeling that I should just leave. Again, that is. And just always just coming and leaving and everything. Will it end with Cthulhu things? Well, it wouldn't be as hooked right in Simulation 2000 without some element of challenge. Sure, true enough, I guess. It could be also that I should have tried to ask from one of the booksellers, in all honesty, that do they have any idea where this sort of a spell or book might be sold. That would have been one idea, but it didn't come to my mind right there now then, so, oh well. Stupid spell doesn't wanna be cast. I didn't notice the look that the guy was sliding backwards, no. I think I'd just take the Silt Strider again though, rather than go and wander off into the grim world, especially when I have no idea how strong enemies there were right around the corner here. If I only remember where the freaking Silt Strider was. Where was the Silt Strider exactly? I'm lost in this city.
Quickly out.
I don't know where to go. There is the Silt Strider. I was thinking that it shouldn't be that hard to find the Silt Strider. Freaking big thing after all. You had a wind into Netherlands. Okay. We had that wind. Some very specific type of wind. What kind of a very specific type of wind did you have over there? Let me travel to, I don't know. I guess back to Aldrun, so we could get back to the civilization maybe. Or
We
back
make
to
a
those
special
parts
trip
of
just for you.
civilizations.
Same low price.
Just back to freaking Balmora, I guess.
Why walk when you can ride?
Yes. I'll just go and ask at least from here the bookseller if she would have any idea where he might have book like that to be found. At least it's worth a shot to try to go and ask, I would say. And of course the missions here would be to go into the area somewhere in there and try to find the Punabi and so on, but we had already annoyances and problems when we went there, so that I don't think I want to do.
Precious, so make it
Otherwise than going maybe and exploring some more dungeons. I always accidentally go into there, but I'm thinking of going and trying to actually ask something. I can ask about some other stuff, Neravarine, Nerawar, but it doesn't seem I can be exactly asking about the progress of truth, unfortunately. Not from this bookseller. Might be that from Vivek it might have been the case. So that's something that I might try. Ages ago, Neravar was the greatest Dhamma general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Almalexians of the Sill, who with the power of the great ring of the ancestor, once clan under moon and stars, united Dhamma houses to confront the evil tumor. The treacherous House Decoth and their western allies the Red Mountain. By providence, the faithful Trumor were utterly destroyed and the allies and the traitor Dagadur were defeated. Nerar died not long after, but he lived to see the birth of the temple and to bless the unity of the Dhamma into the safekeeping of Amsivi, the temple and all its communion in saints. And yes, the prophecy about Neravar returning. Yep, can't ask about the progress of the route. I need to try to find it somewhere. Maybe it's worth it to go back to Vivek, and maybe I have to try to see if I can steal it. If I can't buy it from anywhere, or don't figure out where to try to go and investigate about it, but could ask from the bookseller first, I think. He was in the comments at the very least. Well, I don't see a reason to just... Yes, Ryan Radarus. I'm a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Takaro calls you, Felenzareti, and you cannot deny your lord. The sixth house is risen, and Takori is its glory. I think we already heard your crazy talks, man. So, be on your way. We've heard enough of your Takodur and sixth house and everything. Go Redwind. Okay.
Where would you like
Code
to go?
Redwind. Destination. Travel. Vivek. Freaking A, I'm just traveling with the Seal Strider one way or the other. I don't know where.
Trip just for you. Same
It's again
road,
nighttime with the night sky, but no moons. Well, there's the moons. There's the moons visible. I think I should rest for a little bit though, so we would have a nice and bright day when we go and explore Vivek again. Lots of time spent just by passing time, but you know. I'm kind of wondering if I should go and get my levitation again though, because that would make exploring this area a lot quicker. But I'm not quite sure about that, because otherwise I only need to go to this first building, though we do need to go and climb quite high up. So I just love levitation, which is a problem, sort of. Well, is it a problem? Is it not? I'm not sure. Is it a problem in your eyes that I love levitation? This is way too dark. I should have put this to be brighter, probably, yes, because this is way too dark. You can't see a damn thing. This torch isn't even lighting anything up in here. So I think that it's a bug when it has to be so dark when you're coming up with this overhaul, possibly. Or maybe I should indeed just say that take the darkness away and put it to be a lot brighter, because it's ridiculous how dark in very specific spots it happens to be. It's way too dark. Like, you can't see a damn thing when you go into this. You can see backwards better than you can see forward, which is stupid. It's not like that in the original game, or this bad anyways. I have the darkness, which in other locations can be nice, but in this sort of specific situation it's at least quite silly. Is the chat at least still working? Because no one has written anything, then I'm wondering if the chat is working, but I assume it is. Upper waist works, yes. And here it should be in one of these areas. Or was it lower? Lower waist works, maybe? Not sure. Maybe it was the lower waist works. This was the foreign quarters though, right? I think it was at least. Certainly hope so. Yes, foreign quarters this is, but then I guess I would need to go into the lower waist works actually. And it would be there. I guess. I'm not sure if this is correct. Yes, this is the place. So I'm here, and it's in this direction. Yes, he at least has the specifically rare boots. If only I had remembered it last time when we left from Vivek, but I just wanted to go and do something else, and I didn't remember that we had to get the book. Still don't see any updates
yes.
in the...
What is it, Mutsara?
Hello, Leah. Or however I should be pronouncing your name. Anyways.
Let's not make this official, Outlander.
Hello, Jabasha. Would you happen to have the book that I would be looking for? Probably not, but it's worth a shot. Well, I hope it works, the chat still, but yeah, I'm unsure if it does when no one says anything. I am unsure. Real Barangias. Brief histories, humilities. Hey, this is it. I was thinking that this is probably the place I should have come to look for it, but it was annoying that I didn't remember to come and look for it when I actually came here originally, so... There. Progress of Truth.
It comes near.
Okay,
What does it
just a
want?
sandwich. Righty. No worries, Jim. I just was wondering if it still works or not. We got the Progress of Truth though, so I do need to read that before we give it to Caius. But I was thinking that this probably is the best place to come and have a look if we could find books that we would be looking
I will
for,
listen.
and so we did. We found
Keep
it.
moving.
I'm waiting.
I am moving all the time. You don't need to worry about that. I'm on the wrong side. Yes. Need to get to the other side. Back to Silstrider and back to Balmora and everything.
We're watching you.
I don't want you to be watching me. Don't watch me. You don't have to be watching me unless you want to. And yes, book quest complete. Wedge quest. If I would have remembered that I needed to go and get this book, I would have come here first time when we were in Vivek already, when we read all the real Parencias, well, Volume 4s and so on. But unfortunately, I didn't remember, so... Unfortunate but true. Unfortunate but true. So, what spot did I need to use to go down? These are just higher. So I guess it's from one of these angles that I need to go down.
If you're here for
Takes a lot longer when you have to go, like, through... without levitating. Takes a lot longer for me to try to find my way and everything. I do like the designs of Vivek though, otherwise. Nonetheless. Well, at least we got the book. Pretty easily even, considering it was in the Vivek bookseller. So, pretty good. Remember going through secondhand bookstores as a teenager looking for bargains? This quest kind of felt like that. Well, we did also... There's been a lot of books that I've been trying to... or needed to search thus far in this game as such. So as such, it does sort of encourage you to go and actually try to read the books as well. So... as such... At least some of them. I definitely have read a lot of the ones that are quest related at some point or another. Been a while though, of course.
We make a special trip just for you.
Yes,
Say
yes,
low.
good, good. Low, low price. Very low price. Let's just go to him first and then read it before we give it away. Because I don't know if I can easily get it back again, so just because of that, I do feel that I need to read it. I assume it's not going to be ridiculously long at the very least. I would think so. Well, it's definitely not gonna be like the real Parencia series. So, there's
I'm
that.
waiting.
Caius Gosares. Nothing. Not yet, at least. Okay, the Progress of Truth. Where is the Progress of Truth? There it is, Progress of Truth. 10 pages, or 9 pages really, so not too long. So, Progress of Truth compiled by the dissident priests. I don't know, he likes to be without his shirt. Do you judge him from that, Caius Gosares? Tome, does he have to have his shirt while he is at his own place? Does he? Excerpt. Concerning the points of temple doctrine challenged by the dissident priests. After all this time, he hasn't even managed to put on a shirt. True. Uh, Dude thinks he's some sort of super spy or something. Don't need no shirt. Totally no. No need for shirts at all. He's so invisible anyways that who would see him? So what need is there for any shirt? I don't know why he even needs pants then though. So he could be without either. Yeah, it is his home. It is his home. So do you always have shirt on when you're home? Especially if you are more hot. Well, anyways, except concerning the points of temple doctrine challenged by the dissident priests. Morrowind version of Archer, if you say so. 1. The divinity of the tribunal. Temple doctrine claims their hypothesis was miraculously achieved through questing, virtue, knowledge, testing, and battling with evil. Temple doctrine claims their divine powers and immortality are ultimately conferred as a communal judgment by the Dunmer ancestors, including, among others, the good Deetra, the prophet Felot, and the Saint Neravar. Dissident priests ask whether Dagot-Ur's powers and tribunal powers might ultimately derive from the same source, the Red Mountain. Sources in the Apocrypha suggest that the tribunal relied on the profanely enchanted tools to achieve godhead, and that those unholy devices were the ones originally created by the ungodly Trumer, sorcerer Kakrenak, to create the false construct Numidium. Second, the purity of the tribunal. The dissident priests say that the temple has always maintained a public face, represented by the hieroglypha, the priestly writings, and the hidden face represented by the apocrypha, the hidden writings. The public account portrays the actions of the tribunal in a heroic light, while the hidden writings reveal secrets, untruths, inconsistencies, conflicting accounts, and varying interpretations which hint at darker and less heroic motives and actions of the tribunes. In patriarchal, conflicting accounts of the battle at Red Mountain raise questions about the tribunal's conduct and about the source of their subsequent hypotheses. Also, there is good evidence that the tribunal have been concealing the true nature of the threat posed by Dagot-Ur at Red Mountain, misleading the people about the tribunal's ability to protect Morrowind from Dagot-Ur, and concealing a recent dramatic diminishing of the tribunal's magical powers. 3. Temple accounts of the Battle of Red Mountain. Aslander tradition does not place the tribunal at Red Mountain, and holds that the Trumer destroyed themselves rather than that Neravar destroyed them. Aslander tradition further holds that Neravar left Dagot-Ur guarding the profane secrets of Red Mountain while Neravar went to confer with the Grand Council, the tribunal. That Neravar died at the conference, not of his wounds, according to the Aslanders, but from treachery. And that subsequently the tribunal confronted and defiant Dagot-Ur within Red Mountain, then drove Dagot-Ur beneath Red Mountain when he would not yield to their will. 4. Veneration of the Deetra, saints, and ancestors. While challenging the divinity of the tribunal, the dissidents do not challenge the sainthood or heroism of the tribunal. In fact, the dissident priests advocate restoring many of the elements of the fundamentalist ancestor worship as practiced by the Ashlanders and by Saint Felot. Exactly how this would work is debated inconclusively within the dissident priests. 5. Denial of the prophecies of the Incarnate and persecution of the Neravarines. Though no consensus exists among the dissidents about whether the Neravarine prophecies are genuine, all agree that the persecution of the Neravarines is unjust and politically motivated. The dissident priests do not reject mysticism, revelation, or prophecy as part of the religious experience. The dissidents have not resolved the issue of true or false insights. They have studied the mysticisms of the Aslander ancestor cults, in particular the rites of the Aslander seers and wise women and the prophecies of the Incarnate. Many among the dissident priests have come to believe that the Neravarine prophecies are genuine, and have made a systematic study of prophecies recorded in temple archives. 6. Authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinators. The dissident priests reject the authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinators. The temple hierarchy has been corrupted by self-interest and politics, and no longer acts in the best interest of the temple or its worshippers. The dissident priests believe the Archcanon and Ordinators speak for themselves, not for the tribunal. 7. The Inquisition and the use of terror and torture by the Ordinators. Within the temple hierarchy, it is an open secret that the Ordinators rely on abduction, terror, torture, and secret imprisonment to discourage heresy and dissent. The dissident priests feel the Ordinators are either out of control or tools used to maintain a corrupt priesthood in power. 8. Fundamentals of temple doctrine: charity for the poor, education for the ignorant, protection for the weak. Though the dissident priests acknowledge that most rank and file priests honor the best traditions of the temple, they believe that many priests in higher ranks are interested more in love of authority and luxury than in the welfare of the poor, weak, and ignorant. So basically, criticism about the temple, it being more about politics and power and so on. There's political reasons why the, so to speak, Nerevarines that have been, the new Nerevarines that have come up are political murders and all that. So, my duties, where do I need to say it? Then the music returns. Yay for the music. Where do I need to do these orders? Okay. I have your report, and I'll make copies of your notes from Julie and the progress of truth. Give me time to read and digest all this. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to journeyman. You're doing good work. And here are 200 tricks. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. And go to some jobs for the guy guilds, or other freelance work, just to keep your cover story current. Or get some training, then when you're fit and rested, come back and I'll have new orders for you. Fine. Yep, 200 new shoes. You heard the man. Let's go and find new shoes. Or training or something. Maybe I need to train. Let's get some training done and new shoes. Totally were trips in all across Dashlands. Totally, it was very, very much. Okay, new shoes. We need new shoes. Let's follow his advice of getting new shoes. They are the most important part. Ours have traveled for so long to travel and journey that they are all muddy and everything.
Say your business.
Just get out of my way. That is my business for you. Fine. If I gotta avoid you like this, then fine, but wasn't my originally plan to do so. Okay. I feel that I'm not able to talk today as well as I should.
Don't take too much time.
Which is annoying. Hey, I can repair as well. Didn't mention anything about repairs though. Maybe I shouldn't, at least yet, until I know that I will be using the certain things as items and everything. And what? Ah, Chim Chim. Okay, do you have anything of use for me? Anything at all? I'm using medium armor, so this bone melt curse would be armor rating 14. Yeah, hardly a day goes by in Palmora when you don't have to park your pass down cooperative org. So it is the unfortunate truth. Well, as such, the Imperial Chain Curse is only armor rating of 11, and this is 14, so it would be an upgrade. A small upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. So it is something I could consider. Of course, the bone mold helm is at least exactly the same. Then there's the bracers. Do I even have actually any clothes? I don't think I have, which would be something that I probably should consider getting then. Well, there would be the bone boots. But they're already the same boots that I have. So, not exactly worth my trouble. Unfortunate, but true. Those are all light. What about my shield? This is the bone mold shield. Does he have anything better than the 14? Well, sort of. Not really. Yeah, weight might be a concern, but not exactly, considering this is fake 24 and this is the fake 21, so not a big difference. Shitting is a crazy word. Shitting. Yeah, it's a problem when you don't know how it's supposed to be exactly said. Kiting. I don't think that there's exactly even a agreement how it's supposed to be exactly said. At least I don't remember them being. Yeah, sure. Have that thing, and I'll just be pretty much going to have a full bone mold set. So I guess that's something. Bracers. Bracers. I do have bracers. Yeah. Right, bracers. But I didn't have poltrons, did I? No, poltrons are the things that I'm missing actually. So sure. Do you have more poltrons though? Right? Is this then enough if I have a right and a left? I think at least I'm missing those still. I completely forgot that I didn't have those. Could 630 be suffice for you? Do you want to buy these arrows? Yes, you are happy enough to buy them. I could also sell these. I really don't need anything with them. Offer 170, nice. Chitin, okay. Well, that way then. Didn't certainly know how to say that. Bone mold, and bone mold. Yay, we have at least almost a full set. I wonder, how did I exactly go about and try to see myself and remember? Okay, this way. Yay, we are in proper armor now. Totally. Pants are kind of like an issue. Would need actually something in there too. But otherwise, a bit better, I think. You didn't have anything for that part though, did you? No, you do have bone mold greaves, so I guess I should buy those too. Even if it costs some more money, but we got the money, so let's buy that. Maybe we could actually survive a little bit better in the future. And just repair everything else, I guess. Let's see. Let's equip this too. We weren't able to get this back in the day because we didn't have the money, but that part is kind of strange, where the, like, our pants, that part. It has horns in that sort of a spot, which is kind of strange with the bone mold armor quite clearly, but at least we don't have to be looking at that very often. So, only others do. But otherwise, it was good, at least.